what would you guys say are the things that are working best for you right now? Like for classes that you feel like are going really well, what are the things that have been worked the best for you?
Lots of communication for sure. Like the classes like I'm doing like the most work in and like the best in, like there's always like a classroom post for instructions for the week, and there's just like a very like clean layout, and like there's nothing really iffy. It's just very like set in stone with a plan and like a very clear goal, I guess, for the end of the week.
Anybody else, something that's going really well for you?
Doing paperwork that we picked up and then sending in the pictures to the Google Classrooms. That works well.
Do you like having to be able to do something that's not on the computer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ethan?
In some of my classes, we've had like collaborative Google Docs where like the teacher will assign one thing and then we'll all work on it. And then like I did an assignment in English, and it was, we had to analyze this, annotate this like article, and everyone in his like course did it. And then at the bottom, we had to do like another step with like a spreadsheet of like posting something powerful that we found. And it was a lot of fun because it was Google Meets, like not everyone can be there, and it's like something like that, but with like a Google Doc that's just open throughout the week. It was good to be able to collaborate with your classmates and see what they were doing. So I really.
All right, we have Mr. Shaw with us now, fresh out of his other Zoom. But we'll keep going with that. Does anybody else have something that's really working well for them in any of their classes? Marley, what about you? What would you say is working well for you?
I guess I'd say like like a structure type of thing of having a Google Meet at a certain time on a certain day every single week for like, especially for like AP classes, or like even just regular classes to like say hi or go over something. I think that's helpful just because it gives it like a structure type of thing.
Anybody else want to jump in there?
I think that if teachers are giving an assignment and they can give an example, that is so helpful to see exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about everyone else, but I really like Google Classroom because it's just a really easy way for teachers to get in contact with us. And when they post on Google Classroom, we also get an email. So it's really easy to like check in on what teachers are wanting. And it's also, they can post like announcements or assignments. And so it's just a really easy one-stop shop to everything you need for the week.
Yeah, that's by far my favorite too. Google Classroom is awesome.
I'm going to jump in, Mr. Davis. This is somewhat unscripted, but what's one thing that has surprised you guys, or that you have been like, pleasantly surprised by how well it's gone? I know this is a huge mess, but something that you have been, has piqued your interest, or something that you've been surprised by.
Just like overall like communication, I guess. Like Buzz Media is awesome, like having that to like be able to connect with the school. There's just been a lot of like things people have done to like stay together, and I wasn't necessarily expecting that, but it's awesome. I really appreciate any effort. And also teachers are being like insanely understanding, and I really appreciate that as well. So
awesome. Anybody else have anything like that they want to throw in?
No, I was just going to talk about like the teachers being understanding, because it's even if they're like still assigning like coursework and like haven't like eased up, it's like they're completely understanding about like everyone's different situations.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have a question for you guys. It's kind of in the opposite end, is doing the remote learning. I'm wondering, what is the biggest thing you miss from actually being in the classroom, in the school every day?
Just like the overall environment, I guess. Like there's a lot of things that we do in regular classes that we can't necessarily do online. So I miss like that like energy and excitement to learn, where I mean, you get that at home, but it's not the same, I guess. So I really miss like having like a classroom setting.
I miss my friends. I know, like, you
Yeah.
can FaceTime them or, like, Zoom them, but having them, like, sitting next to you in class is a lot different than having them, like, on a computer screen. And I think, like, having a teacher explain something to you in class, like, for me, I struggle with some subjects, and having, like, the person there to talk to them and, like, draw something out on the whiteboard for me is much easier to learn than, like, having like watch a video or something like that.
Yeah, 100%.
Taylor, were you gonna say something there?
Yeah, I agree with Marley about like learning in person. There's just like something different about it when the teacher's like right there explaining it. So, yeah. And like I do like a little bit of Zoom meetings, but like it's not the same and I don't have very many. So,
Also, just like it's kind of boring. Like not okay, yeah, it is kind of boring like learning by yourself because it's the same like you only have your ideas, I guess. But when it's like a classroom setting, you can like cultivate other ideas based off other people, and I really miss that like classroom discussions, I guess.
What about you, Lily? Anything you want to throw in?
I think just face-to-face communication is something that I miss definitely. But having the Google Meets and Zooms helps with that.
Now, 4 of you guys are getting ready for the AP tests, which the test is not the same format as it was going to be. It's a lot shorter. How are you feeling trying to adjust on the fly for those tests coming up in about a month?
Super stressed.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not so much like throughout the course of the year, we've been like preparing for the AP test. It's not just like cold turkey, oh, there's tests now, but it's very different because like, whereas like the old test had multiple choice, you could like still get a decent score without the essays. Now it's just all essays. And that's like super stressful because it's a lot, I mean, obviously it's a lot harder than multiple choice are. And so, yeah.
The rest of you guys kind of agree.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
So what about positive things that you are enjoying about remote learning? Maybe stuff that you wouldn't get to do normally.
I've been able to exercise almost every day, go on walks, bike rides, things that it would either be too dark or I'd be too tired or have homework. But
Yeah, I've been taking my dog for a walk and I painted my room, so I've tried to do a lot of stuff. But I'm not good with like free time. Like I don't like to have time where I just sit. It's hard for me, but
Yeah, I understand that.
What about
I
you,
sleep
Ethan?
until 10 every day, so that's a benefit. But
You got a little cut off there, Ethan. Was that you get to sleep in every day? Is that what that was?
yeah, I sleep until 10 every day, so that's I'm a fan of that.
How about you, Taylor?
Yeah, I'm like usually like never home. So being with family and stuff, like it's a lot different and it's really nice. And, like spending time with my little sister and just talking and watching movies, like yeah, I'm enjoying it.
All right, well, thanks a lot, guys, for coming and checking in.
Yeah, I appreciate it. And I know that the board will appreciate it as well. So thank you very much.
Bye.
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 Bye.